Hello, fire signs and twin flames watching. This is a really interesting reading I wanted to share with you guys. It has a lot of healing in it, and Spirit wants me to deliver it in a particular way, which is from what my guides are giving me and intuitively what I'm receiving. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoy this. This is for fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag, and also twin flames, regardless of the sign. This definitely will apply to a lot of divine feminine and masculine. Okay, so for divine masculine, this is a man who has seen one way since he was a child. And now divine masculine, this one has decided to finagle the bagel, to work things his way, a new way. So what I'm trying to say is the old way that he has learned since a child isn't working for him, or I'm hearing if it is, it isn't working for him. It may be working externally, but it's just not working for him. See, that fox is more entertaining. His own magic is entertaining. And now his own magic is transforming. They're telling me transforming, like growing up then. And they're not really, whatever he has made many. He has many tools. And he doesn't need to leave this place out there into the world. Now, did you hear that? That's from an app that you can purchase things off of. It's called OfferUp. And it seems like he has been working on either workaholic, like his own stuff, his money now, his own ways, and that being just the way he is, and that has evolved and transformed, and also those tools, and he's confined himself, so probably isolated, and not just from you, divine feminine. However, look at the light is shining, and look at that angle, the darkness and light. They've been using and learning their magic. Their guides have been there, keeping them on path. They have all the tools they need and more. And that's what they're using, just their own hands within. So it seems like they have been taught to use these tools their whole life, but that's certain magic, but now they're using their own magic. And their guides, I feel like crying, could not to be more happier. And that is us, that is the spirit of those, that happy angel, that happy guide is the same feeling that we are at all times. And that's what we're from. And that's what we have to go back to. So stay on path. You guys, they wanted me to tell you, stay on path. Don't give up. You are of light. Stay with light. There is a place that is of those that are not of light. So stay with God. Stay with what you believe. This is becoming him. Not this anymore. He's young. So he's becoming what he needs to be. He's listening to his guides and himself. An interesting little story. I was in the bath, and I had like a really intense moment where actually I'll share that with you. Somebody called out, and in stress, of course. He said some, not divine masculine, but somebody close to me that has seen everything, I tell everything to, almost everything, decided to use some choice words that were just so disappointing, because I know they aren't true, because by this point, even divine feminine knows who she is. It has become a part of her. So no matter what hurtful words other people say, and they will say, it just is more of a somber disappointment versus a crashing of the world, sprawled out on the floor, crying. However, I was in fetal position in the bathtub. That's when I asked out to God, and I remember before that, when I went like this. I don't know if you can see, like, and my head was right here, and I was turned this way. that right here is what I saw the first time I was crying about that. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place about that incident or a similar incident, and I was searching for God. I was crying out to God because I know we're at peace and I know that He's there, but I wanted to get a hug from Him. I needed Him. I needed to see or hear, touch Him, you know? And then so as I turned over and I went like this, like, and my head was over here looking this way, I realized that is that. But it's me. It was me. It's a very interesting feeling. I know Emerald Spider Clairsentient Oracle knows that because we are our God. We are our self, part of that Creator love. Not to take credit for like we are God or we are part. You know, I'm just saying that is the essence, and it's there. It almost gives credit to that the thing people say that we are the love that we seek. It's just so interesting that me as a divine feminine is reaching this right now at 27, being year maybe 2 or 2 on the twin flame path, and or 3 on the twin flame path, and 4 on awakening with Kundalini and all that healing modality stuff. But interesting little story I had to tell you because it really gave me comfort, and it was on my own self, but it was what I felt God. So you have to be quiet enough or heart open enough to hear those messages, however they may sound, crazy they may be, because that is how He communicates with you, and that's how He communicated with me. Okay, back to the reading. So as we are both in the position now, we are hearing ourselves, our hearts, and God in our hearts, and realizing God is in our hearts. That's what I realized, I guess, through my own eyes, seeing myself in that position. I guess I missed caring that much, even though I was crying. I missed not being distracted from myself, and that's what the whole twin flame journey is about. So, funny thing, this was a couple of days ago, and what I told that person, of course, given we were both tit-for-tatting before that, but when he said those words, I remember I told him, I did feel hurt, but I told him, and just for that, I thank you, because my God will give me just what you tried to make me seem like a fool for. He will bring that, which is my divine masculine. And I'm sure a lot of divine feminines have been made seem kooky or anything, but you gotta know your worth, and this is all about going to learn you. So really, I feel like saying screw them, but it's not like that either. It's more like you have to send out love. And I know that's going to be daunting sometimes, but that's just what we're here to search. We're searching for. Everyone, the world is really just needing a little bit more love. That, I know that statement came from that, but it does show us growth, and everyone is stemming from fear or love, and that was definitely, that person was in fear of losing my friendship and being around me. So interesting, right? Okay, guys. So as this person matured, this divine masculine in question, or you know what I mean, he's growing up and deciding to come around something. Oh, that reminds me. So this happened a few days ago, and divine masculine, I had said that it was on the day before Easter when that whole anger blow up thing went down, and I had said, I'm like, you know what, thank you, because just for that, for you doing that, because I know who I am, I know what you just, you don't know who you just told, what you just told to who you just, you know what I'm trying to say, guys. But he does know. He knows exactly. I've been downloading him on all the stuff that I've been downloading on the daily. So it was even more hurtful. So that's why it was very profound. We need to go through the ups and downs apart to learn to be strong enough to be able to push through that cocoon barrier and be strong enough to withstand it, because so I thanked them, because I knew, a part of me, the inner child knew, now my divine masculine is gonna come, because someone was just so outrageously rude. Now God won't let a divine feminine little butterfly just flutter out, wings die in the rain like that. It can't. So I held my faith, and guess what? The next day was Easter, and lo and behold, divine masculine said, "Happy Easter." And it is just a little thing. I know I'm gonna laugh. It sounds crazy, but whoa, I was not expecting that. Like, when you really let go and just do your light work and focus on you, and some bully says something and you just stand up for light and you don't bully back, wow, look at what happens. Divine masculine really listens to source, and has been in his own realm for a while. See, remember with that door shut, the light was coming into his little area, his four corners. And we've been in our four corners looking like a nut. Just kidding. No, we're not kooks in the corner. We're not. And that's the part, is that it's your job also to believe that. Because if you don't, then no one will. So divine masculine felt that, I believe, when I said that, that was speaking out to another soul in the heat of the moment with passion and truth. And that was with like a little girl saying something with her dad behind her, like, and she didn't realize that there was like a big, scary wolf behind her, that would, or a bear, or a lion, and that's what the person ahead of her that she was pointing her finger at, threatening. That's what really they're scared of, and that was the dark side, was pretty much scared of that light I shone down on it, and that what that was a separation that he ever so rudely taunted and ridiculed, So God works in mysterious ways. God's listening. God's with you. Your brother is with you, Jesus, in my case. And I hope in yours is with you, Oh, he is, and I hope that he is your brother. That's what I mean. But he's been listening too, to his brother. And look at the season has changed. And he's coming back to someone he knows and hopes you're still there. All right? I can't believe we're just barely on the 2 cards. And it's 12 minutes. Not that bad. All right? So this is, for clarification, we'll go later. But this is like a rite of passage thing. He's chosen, just like you chose a long time ago. Like I said, for me, awakening 4 years. Yeah, that, some crazy stuff started happening to me, like with my body, like jolting, or I don't know how to say it. It's like receiving a lot of energy and having to sort it out. It's almost like erratic. And I've been learning that. And that in itself puts you aside from everyone else. Like, my divine masculine has not been able, I haven't showed, not that we're in union right now, but like only one person, and that person that said that stuff to me is the one that's seen me do that stuff, that magical stuff. I would call it, but it's like Tai Chi. And so someone was also dealing with a couple things, like picking, do I stay in the world, the 3D realm, or am I the high priestess? Or, the magician or the emperor, like divine masculine's cards. So they're deciding, and this again was partly what the new thought was gained from separation. They needed that separation to be able to dream, to be able to dance like no one's watching as well. Like, maybe they, like, literally I'm getting scenes from movies where the guy is like in front of the mirror being like, hey, hi Ruth, hi Ruth, hi Ruth. So much to where it's like later, like in here, throughout the carnival thing, he's like, hi Ruth, hi Ruth, hi Ruth. And then whenever he sees Juice, he's like, what do I say? Yeah, like you've been saying it all day. They've been having to understand. And this also is all about them. It's just as much as this journey is about learning about you, divine feminine. Let hold of the grip, loosen the grip, and let them understand that themselves too. See balance. They need to stretch and get that those limbs stretched out just as much as we do. All right. And this is what happens during this time. It's almost like the winter. It could almost even take a year, but I don't think so, since I got a message yesterday. I think they're warmly, like, slowly. Go ahead, let the ice thaw out, of the season. And what's next is, like, look at that bountiness. It's like total, I mean, what could come from that? Lots of abundance, gift of healing. So what we are definitely doing and is gaining our strength, like I said, pointing and telling people, no, you cannot run over me, you cannot, and understanding you have back up, the side is supporting us, the winning side, the best side. All right, that is keeping you keeping you in your state. Fire sign Leo, specifically hard, but anyone in the fire sign family is, and twin flames as well, divine feminines are really feeling at home in their thoughts and an understanding again, enough to defend it. All right, and we are waiting for our ships to come in, and something tells me that this card is that we're not so focused on it. However, we do hold space in it on our heart, and that's kind of also what's got this guy looking over. And there's a skunk. Could someone who's interested in animals tell me what a skunk metaphysical meaning of that is? All right. So he's looking. I'm trying to see. He's looking over here. What could be over here? Okay. Well, he's looking over in this direction, and it could be this card representing you, divine feminine, when you walked up to your awakening process, and what you came back to, self. When I told you like this, when I was like that, and I saw over here, it was just like a really cool imagery. It was just myself though, and it all made sense, is that I'm coming into myself, and that's enough. And just people won't understand, sometimes people won't understand, or they do and they won't allow you to, and people have demons on them, so sometimes they're struggling on their own. It's self-destructive nature. And also we have to make sure that we are not pessimistic ourselves, that we understand that we have our own time. Everything has its divine timing, and it's okay to be part of the Fae right now, part of the another world, creatures from another world. All right, it may be sad and lonely at the top, but look, hope discarded. It is important that we do not throw away the very thought that has got us this far. The very sword that has cut through so much bullshit that we have gone through has been put on our plate, and we just tossed it out because we have the truth, and that is what we are, and that is what divine masculine and ourselves, Leos, have been figuring out and mastering. And so we're coming back to something divine masculine, Leo, fire signs. I feel like this is Aries coming back, male Aries coming back to something. And this, he knows, as he comes back to and has the ideas of a future, he knows you have possibly many options, but that you have that connection, that soulmate based connection, that twin flame connection. Also have evolved with that butterfly. He wants you to not pick, be careful with who you pick. He wants you to really be serious, not shallow with your decisions. Okay, about the Empress, yeah, really embodying that matriarch, really wanting what you've been wanting and not changing that. Sorry for the shuffle. We got 7 Archer card here too. So really aiming for what you really want. He wants you to pick what God wants to. So it's like they're forging a path here, and it's almost like around what we've truly wanted. So it's almost like irresistible for us to choose, and that seems like our divine wish. And this is what the separation was for them to learn, to stretch, and make a wish. Warrior bite. Oh, I thought that said warrior. It says winter's bite. Can you make it through the winter's bite and get to the healing and to the gift of truth through the air, and make it past where it seems like it's nothing but losses? Where does it say? Where loss resides. This is where you find yourself, and in yourself you should find God, like I did. I think that's mainly why we're here, and in order to do that, we really have to go within and be honest with ourselves. Also, a big thing I learned is that I'll leave you guys with is true harmony does not come from avoidance, but from from presence. So Harmony does not come from avoidance, but from presence. So what I used to do with divine masculine is I would, since I'm a Cancer moon and I feel their feelings and I don't want them to feel embarrassed or anxious or anything like that, I wouldn't really make eye contact. I would play it cool, you know, almost too cool, I think. But I'm a Leo, so sometimes, you know, fire signs, we are just that cool. And it's just, to be honest, it's not that way to get true harmony. That was the goal. So when I heard this, and I think it's from the Bible, I couldn't believe it. It is from being present. And just like I would, or we all would, as children, our inner children can be, are fully capable of being fully present. And I think that's really awesome. Alright, so that was that reading, and I was about to head out, start my drive back to my other home in the desert, and I had this on the table and I thought I'd share that with you guys. So yeah, divine masculine is also feeling a lot of changes, like internally, and wanting to, they're over something, they're not being emotionally satisfied by their external. Let's just see what pops out real quick for divine masculine. Things are becoming uncovered about love, also about things that are changing, and about God and about themselves. Things that have them stuck in the mud. Things regarding a foundation. Also things regarding another person. What is making them upset also is the foundation. They're no longer suiting them, serving them, or something, and they're changing that. And that could be also just change. I mean, sad, because change is a little sad. And what they really, really want to do is ride that wave and be with their twin flame. Look at that. With their most connected, like, soulmate. That's beautiful. Solitude. Solution. So they know that the solution is go where they need to go. But it doesn't mean that it's now, or necessarily in a rush without, you know, climbing the ladder, fixing up the lighthouse, you know, for it to work so it can actually bring in people home. And that's what we all help each other with, right? So another foundation and another communion. So divine feminine, stay wide open to divine masculine. However, don't stay fixated on him. Focus on yourself. Get that new egg of knowledge, intuition, and crack it open yourself. You are both doing that for yourself. So that's what your focus is on. It's like opening a treasure chest. You guys are both opening 2 treasure chests. They're showing me on 2 different caves and wonderful places. Eventually, the caves will only lead to us as long as we, you know, don't get greedy and go to, like, scavenge other things or do anything wrong. Also, repent for your things that talk to God. That stuff is real. You want to let him know that you're sorry for the things that you've done and the things that you don't know. And you want to tell him, you know. Oh, that reminds me. I watched, for some reason, around Easter, I watched some clips on YouTube of Mel Gibson's explanation on why he made the movie The Passion, which I also never seen. But, yeah, some of those behind the scenes, like, images of, I saw Jesus, like, being whipped in that movie, and just like the special effects are so gnarly, so crazy. It gives you so much respect and regard for our brother, what he did do, and then also being a parent for God, what he gave the son. Oh, you know what I mean, all that. So realize that intention was so you can all wake up to save and clear humanity, because those gates were closed according to Mel Gibson, like, and of the Bible. That's what he was saying, that those gates were closed around Adam and Eve's, the first sin, and then they were opened back up with Jesus. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry. And so it's important that you believe that. It's take it or leave it, but it's there for you. That's the intention. And cleaning house. So this is also is being uncovered about love. Is really removing the karmics, and as well as any beliefs that are unconventional to God, and also what he wants, and forgive divine masculine, even if it is that he kissed boys or he, whatever it is that happened. And by kissed boys, I mean, possibly lived with someone and was very comfortable with the only person that was comfortable with me, possibly could have been of the same gender. And, those are the things, whatever it could be. It could just be like also bad choices in women, and because it's easy, I'm hearing, and also alcohol, and also a lot of self-destruction, keeping yourself with only like the little circle. With that circle is not, that other person is not good. So cleaning house, all right, is not home. And then however long that felt comfortable in, even all the satanic freaks are not feeling at home anymore because something's coming, and I know who that is. That is so cool. Commitment. Remember, our brother doesn't lie, and our God didn't lie to him, because when, as Archangel Revelations channel said, Bali last week, he mentioned the story of when I think like some people were supposed to be locked away or something. The story goes. I know it's rough with the Bible, sorry, but I'm trying. 400 years they were promised to be like in suffering or something like that, and it was less than 400. I'm sorry, we're the people. It's 400 years that was supposed to happen, and then he comes back or something like that, and it's almost up, basically. It's almost 400 years. Someone tell me what the heck I'm talking about, but it's on Archangel Revelations channel. And he also said that, and it's the second part to the story, that when Jesus rose, he rose on the third day, and God said he was going to be in there 3 days, but he rose on the beginning of the third day. So really it was just 2 full days and a morning. And so that really is not a lie, it's God's mercy. So if we're almost at 400, God's mercy is, again, with the quickening happening, and my throat chakra is tightening up, so I know that message is really real. I'm just saying, stay prayed up, guys. Stay commitment. Realize who you're committed to, who your intentions are. That this solitude is not what you're needing to be focused on. You need to ride the wave, ride the change, not be sad, embrace it, because through this, I don't know why, that was a huge emotional wave. Excuse me. So everyone is starting to listen to their heart, and through this sad embrace, Divine Masculine is remembering how to feel again. And that's like kind of what I just felt right now, and it's overwhelming. It's like a baby hatching out of the egg, and you need to let him do that. I know, as Divine Feminine, as the matriarch, and he sees that, he knows you care, especially Leo females. Don't think you did too much. He knows, and he needed that. That's exactly what they needed to get away from what that's why they're sad also, that they're the ones leaving from stuff. Or that they're not so sad about the stuff that is leaving and crushing around them, because they just really want this now, and they're sad of having to come back to you with forgiveness, asking for forgiveness. Whoa, that's the one a lot. Big message. So forgive them, Divine Feminine. That's the best thing I could say as a sister to you. Don't talk about that stuff. Talk about it in your heart with God. And really, I don't mean to be like a Miss Cleaver, always happy, but okay, talk about it in a spiritually mature way, in a divinely feminine way. Okay, stay committed. Don't stay stuck in the mud. Also, clean up your house. Literally, clean up your house. That's what I'm gonna do next weekend when I come back here, and things are gonna be uncovered to you this week. Expect Divine Masculine, to actually don't expect anything, but just know that they're doing their best, and the best thing you can do is understand to trust your God, and He will give you what you need. Rock bottom. Rock bottom is where we find ourselves, where we find God, where we call out, hey, I need somebody. And look at this, is the card again, Divine Masculine, pick this with me. And I said, well, we got a big mountain to climb. But it was a good progression because we had a 6, a 7, and an 8. So I said, we'll make it all right. All right, guys, we'll make it home because we're committed. All right, so don't be scared of this rock bottom. It's the only place we can to, phoenix rise up. All right? Whoa, run ring circus of love. All right, so that's us, divine feminine. Our masculine is catching up. He now has to climb this. So this was my mountain, scary ass mountain with a guy's face on it. But this is also an elephant again, very wise, very patient, never forgets a thing. So don't forget him, divine feminine. That's what he wants you to know. I love you guys very much. Stay divine, stay true to yourself, and do not let anyone make you cry. And if you do cry, go to the depths of that and feel it, and don't let them let you stay down. All right? You know who you are, and you know why you're here. Spread love. Love you guys. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back. I just wanted to add one more little thing because I didn't do what I always usually do. Our angels, your angels, want to leave us with, oh boy, fertility, listening, twin flame, sweet guys. Focus upon your strength. All right, fire signs, focus upon your fieriness. Understand, you got this, because he's coming. He's got this. Let him get this. He's going to finagle the rest of the bagel the way he needs to do it. You just focus on your strength and fieriness. Summer's coming. I think they're planning on the fiery time, Listen to your body. Also, you gotta, if you guys are going to have our little Twinkie babies, we have to take care of our bodies. And by that, we gotta listen to it. For me specifically, I can't eat none of the foods I like before, like Taco Bell, meat, and stuff. I'm just eating the lettuce and the cheese off of things and can't even, touch my tongue to anything else. Like, it's crazy. But listen to your body. It needs to eat, so you gotta give it, if it wants lettuce and cheese and stuff, then do that. Fruits, apples, all that good stuff. Come out of the closet, so be true to yourself. Trust. Pay attention to the red flags. Choose peace. Understand that people will ruffle your feathers as a test. And as a test for them. And so you show them who wins, okay? You show them the light way out of this. And you can be tough, but because you're not going to be run over. I'm a Scorpio, I'm a Leo, but I'm a Cancer moon too, so I understand. We got to be empathetic, okay? We got to trust. What is this? Trust and come out of the closet about. Okay, coming out of a dark situation. Oh, and literally when I was crying and I felt so alone, I went into my closet. I felt really good there because it was small and come out of the closet and trust God. And it was just the first time anyone's ever really ridiculed me for that, and that was just someone that was so close. And it's important that happened because that really just made me had a whole lot of revelation about trusting and about finding the focus back within to self. Finding the blessing in that current situation was awesome. Drink more water. Oh yeah, please, you guys, live in water, live in it literally, and drink it all the time. I think that has to do with purification. Also, in your bathtubs or in wherever you are with water, set your intentions to purify you. All right, retreat into nature, trying to get into natural bodies of water. If you guys are in California, in Southern California, help me find one. And I want to try Adobe Falls, and that'll be fun. All right, guys, so work your magic. Focus in on you. Literally, I've been wanting to learn Russian, so I'm going to learn that. Start to, dabble into that. Привет, как дела? How about you like that? All right, so I was hi, how are you doing in Russian? All right, so for our animal deck, we got tiger. So we're dealing with a man and animal force, just like we are. Look at that flame. It's like the big cat is so majestic and beautiful. And it's almost like they want divine masculine for his stripes. People out there want him for his qualities. Except you, divine feminine, you would take him with nothing. You would take him as if he had nothing and just a tiger of bone with skin and bones. You would think that was the most amazing thing to have, and you would nurture it and love it just as much as it is healthy as it when it was, or when it was bony as it when it is healthy. But these people that want him for these, they don't want what's underneath. They just want the skill, the money, or whatever. There's no passion, no flame, and I want to cry about that. I can't believe someone would do that to him. God, divine masculine. And as a mama, type of mama bear, just like a feline too, we want to defend him. And we also have to thank the karmic and bless the karmic, ask and pray for the karmic, cut cords with the karmic, because we can, and that's the right thing to do because they have helped us. He has learned how to bust out of that cocoon because two things. Karmic was the way the karmic was, and you showed him the nurture that was just enough to get him to that. And that nurture is basically what that frail tiger felt. All right, guys. Angels, one more I want to leave us with. Detach from the drama. You can do it, divine masculine and divine feminine, the drama within. You can overcome that. And no need to be crying in closets. And although, of course, when you do find that feeling, go deep within that feeling. Embrace and let that feeling be it. All right. Make sure you play and understand a little bit of mischief is not too bad. Keep everything in balance. All right. Divine timing is definitely still in play. And just trust that. All right, guys. Spiritual law of attraction, of course. Keep yourself clear and try to just spread love. Love you, love you, love you. Bye.